Wait, I need to screenshot that. That's crazy because it's like the phone in the phone in the phone.
So now all you have to do now is just turn your volume all the way down because we know it sounds good, and then just hold, like, obviously leave it on your phone.
Just so I can monitor it.
So then if someone chats...
Look at that, it's like... phone.
Right, let's sit down and get it done. So yours is recording now, yeah?
Yeah. Right, okay.
This is brilliant.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so...
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, so I don't really know what we were planning on chatting about, to be honest, but we could probably just...
Yeah, we'll just go off top. Seeing as we're live. First episode live. Last week's episode, we did speak about like the dating stuff, and I remember we were following on at the end of the episode. We were talking about
yeah, the state of it, but I don't know if I want to chat. I don't know if I want to like go down that route. Yeah, I might want to go down the route of like, I don't know, you know. What should we chat about?
What's been going on in the world lately? I'm trying to think of what's been going on.
Oh, have you seen the whole Chris Brown sending diss tracks out saga? Did you hear the diss track?
Yeah. It's funny because it's almost like Drake and Kendrick and all of that situation. It's almost like the more raw and heated diss is coming from Chris Brown and Quavo. Like you look at that, you're like, oh, this could turn into like violence.
Yeah. What was it? It was like, oh, you mentioned that you slept with my ex. Well, I slept with yours whilst you were together.
Yeah. Like, and then she like posted just saying like, wow, on social media. I didn't even deny it.
Yeah.
She like just posted.
Well, once you're outed like that, I mean, if you're outed in a diss track, realistically, are you going to try and say it's a lie? Or are you just going to be like, what do I do?
Yeah,
now?
I think the evidence is there because I think social media detectives all went back in time and did all their little work, and there was like some sort of basketball game that they were both seen at together, like because what's her name, Saweetie and Chris Brown.
Sweet, have you actually ever heard of any of Saweetie's music?
Oh, you were the ones that showed. I remember you were the one that showed it to me when she first came about.
I don't know what really happened. I don't know if she just fell off, but she was making some good music.
So I remember there was one of those songs you showed me way back then. That must have been before the pandemic, when that happened. But there was one song, I don't know if it was called Icy something or something like that, that I thought, oh yeah, that's a good record. But yeah, like you said, I think a lot of those female rappers.
There was this period of time, wasn't there, where they just all came out. There was about 50 of them.
And like, I still feel like now they're not, I don't know how to describe them in a way that's not going to sound like disrespectful, but they don't seem to have a lasting impact to me. Like the music they're putting out seems like fast food music. Like it'll be around for like a few weeks, be hot for a few weeks, and disappear.
Like, I feel like one of them because there's not much diversity
in what they're doing.
Like I mean, it's the same for a lot of rappers, but obviously male rappers, you go like every single street corner you're gonna find them.
Yeah, there's more of
females. There isn't, so it's noticed more. But like it's like Saweetie and. Like she sounded very similar to Cardi, and Cardi, or like Saweetie sounded very similar to like old school Doja Cat.
And then there's Megan, and then what's the other one? You got the City Girls, so like JT in there, and it's like,
and then you got that new one. What's her name? Sexy Red.
Oh yeah. See, I feel like I'm slowly starting to like her music more than the rest because I think her music is throwing back to like a style of female rap that I think has been gone for a while. Like that new song she released. Is it called Get It Sexy or something like that?
I haven't heard a new one. Obviously that
Rich Baby that.
Ski.
Oh yeah, that one goes crazy as well. Like but yeah, her newest one has got a sample from a song that was called Get Silly that came out in like 2010. It was a song I listened to in school.
Yeah,
and that was from like the Soulja Boy era of music where they would make those little crazy dances to it. So like hearing that now, it makes me feel old in a way because I'm like, I'm hit that point now where I'm hearing samples of the songs I used to listen to in school is now becoming samples for what the kids listen to now, and it's like
I got mixed opinions on the sampling because like 1 minute there'll be people that do sampling very very well, and the next minute it's like you just use that for the sake of being relevant. But
like
one thing I was thinking about the other day that I really miss, Vine.
Yeah,
the amount of like I feel like do you know what I found out the other day as well? Actually, TikTok used to be called something called Musical.ly.
So I recognize that name, but I never knew it was TikTok. I never.
Yeah, so that literally used to be TikTok. Then they rebranded. Same as like obviously X from Twitter. They rebranded. And then that's what TikTok is now. It's mental.
The interesting thing with TikTok as well, I find, is if COVID never happened, it's like a nexus point where it's like that's the turning point for everything. If COVID didn't happen when it did, would TikTok be as big as it is now?
Yeah,
like that was the moment where everyone was locked inside. Everyone was then just focusing on this app, and then that's when it just became what it was.
I think what made TikTok was people doing those funny dances, and then everyone stopped doing the dances, and now it's like I don't even know. Like I generally look at TikTok sometimes, and I'm like, what do you want to be? Like, you've got a shop, you've got discounted products on a shop, you've got people doing dances on it, then now they're doing like TikTok concerts. So like they're doing live concerts where you can like perform and stuff to like loads of people, and they'll push it out to like loads of people and that. But the Vine one, like I went on YouTube, and you know when you're just so bored, like you probably don't get it because you actually do stuff, but I get so bored. You actually have a job, but I just sat there, I was like, you know what? And it was literally like top 100 Vines, and there was the it was the King Batch was like, he used to do really funny ones. Now he's like washed, but there was that one, like, and it was a weird Don, and he used to like do the zooms up, and he's like, I lost my berries. Did you remember that one?
I remember that one.
He was like, I lost my berries. And he's like, pick up a berry out the floor, but I found this, and he was like eating it. I was like, what?
There's such random stuff on that. And the funny thing now is like Vine was such a while ago that it's now got to the point. I think I saw something recently on Twitter where it was like not catching up, but like it was images like saying, oh, this is them now. Like, and you got all the kids that were like from that Vine era that went crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, this is how they look now. They're no longer kids. They're grown adults.
What I want to do is I want people to like go on the live that are watching, and I want them to tell us what to speak about.
Are there people on there now?
Yeah, there's like 5 people on it at the moment. So like,
if you know any Vine memories that you remember, there's loads. Like I could probably sit and watch one of those compilation videos and be laughing non-stop because it's like, oh yeah, that because it's hard to think about it now, especially if you're a little younger. Like that was the moment where social media was like, this is social media, like popping off.
Yeah,
like,
and it was like people. It wasn't like, oh, like let me sit in my house and make a funny meme or think of something funny to post. It was like, I actually have to go out and do something funny. Did you ever see the story time ones where like the guy used to he'd do it in like a Disney-esque voice, and he'd go over and just like annotate or like monologue people in real life?
No,
he's like story time, and he's like the great man.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. Almost like a David Attenborough.
Oh mate, it was brilliant. That was the funniest one ever. And he would like go over, and he'd be like, the girl looks at the guy speaking, confused, and then the girl will go.
That's what I just thought of. I think it's a Vine. It might not even be a Vine, but there's. Can we swear on?
Yeah. There's certain words you can't.
There's. Well, I'm probably gonna say the one word you can't, but like there was this video of this little kid, and he's like being a little black kid in the street, and like these kids are like trying to bully him, and they're like, oh, you got a small dick, and he just goes, yeah, I'm a child, nigga. I know. But it's like the way he says it, he's like, yeah, I'm a child, nigga. I know.
I remember that one, yeah.
And it's like he's internalized all this bullying must have gone on for so long that he just lost it. He's just like, I know. Like, I'm a child.
Do you remember the one where it was like what is it? It was like, back it up, Sam. Mate, that one kills me, man. Back it up, Sam. Like wheelchair guy, like.
And there's the other one where
it's just a quick one whilst before we go in too much, just to let everyone who isn't tuned in live. We're live on TikTok, and all of the podcasts that we record and post are going to be on TikTok when we do them as well. So if you wanted to, we're going to get a schedule together at some point, and we're really going to like pick a time of every week so you can tune in if you wanted to interact live rather than interacting afterwards for the next one. So that was just to let you know. But yeah, so at the moment we're on the topic of Vines, but if you think of anything else you want to speak about, or if you are live right now and you're watching and you want us to speak about anything right now, then just let us know. So, thanks.
But yeah, like those Vine videos, and that's why like I feel like so much of internet social media culture was born out of that, and like the creativity of it, of just like this, what was it, 7 seconds or 9 seconds? And
it wasn't a lot, was it?
It just forced. Like I remember there was one as well where it was like, I can't remember what the beginning part was, but it was like, I think it was just a woman in a kitchen. She calls the child into the kitchen for like dinner or something. She comes sprinting in. You hear her like screaming, sprinting in. She slides and just crashes into the oven, and it just shatters.
Oh,
and it's like,
do you ever think to yourself as well though? Like sometimes you just laugh at like you're like, what am I laughing at?
Yeah.
Like, what if I just like, why have I found it? Because I remember like one of the, I don't even know why this was, and don't judge me for this, by the way. But one of the videos I laughed at the most was KSI did a video of like getting beaten up by his African mum.
Oh yeah,
It's just like,
and it's like, this is serious.
He's like, put your hand on the wall, and she was just whipping him. And it's like, it was that one where it went, like, it was all black and white.
It's like, wow, wasted on GTA.
I don't know why, but mate, I watched that video, and it was the same as Rennie. Remember Rennie?
Oh yeah, he was one of the funniest. He was the funniest.
And he did the one, didn't he, where he was like you could hear like the stepdad like beating the mom, like
in the background.
Oh, you want to go to the park? And he's like, no, I want to go to the park.
You like the slow motion kind of sad music. That guy, I remember we spoke about it last time. I think his name's Reggie Cuz. He was one of the funniest ones. He did a couple with Rennie, but
the singing ones.
Yeah, and he did those ones where he would do like, oh, I don't know, like a SpongeBob song or whatever, a remix. And he's like singing it with the auto tune, like proper bass.
Proper talent. And nowadays you see it. Like I was going through TikTok the other day, and mate, like the most liked TikTok video ever right now, as it currently stands, is only just hit it. It's like 41 million likes. It's literally, do you know that new song, that Praise Jah in Me in the Moonlight, or Praise Jah in the Moonlight by YG Marley?
No.
It's like these roads of flames, I'm thinking of fire. You might not even heard of it. It's he's I'm pretty
a new song.
Pretty sure it's Bob Marley's son.
Oh right, something. Okay, fair enough.
He made a song, and it's literally this girl, and it's like before the song, she's like close to the camera, and then she shakes her head and goes out like that and just sings the song. Doesn't even sing the lyrics correctly, by the way.
And that's the biggest video.
And it's 41 million.
She's like an attractive woman or something. Is that
I mean, she might be of like an underage, so I'm not going to pass any comment.
But that's the thing, like, that's where, like, Vine had purpose, and with TikTok, there's still purpose. Like, you use it with purpose, other people use it with purpose. But some people just use it completely randomly, and then you do think, like, what made that video go viral? What made that, you know, from how you described that video, I'm like, what's made that?
Mate, she's going down, she must be in like an Uber, in like a Tesla or something, an Uber going down the motorway, and it's literally just shakes her nose at this, and then she pulls the camera out, and it's just her, like a zoomed out, and it's gone beyond viral. It's like, it is honestly, it's got 41, last time I checked, it had 41 million likes. It's mental.
That's crazy. And if she's a kid, that's even crazy. Because that might be why the likes are coming in, if she's a kid, and that's scary.
And it was like, I remember back in the day, there used to be this girl called, she was the most subscribed to TikToker. I don't even know what happened to her now, but she was called Bella Porch. And literally her videos, bro, were like of her. It was like using this thing called Face Zoom, which is like a filter you can get on TikTok, and it was literally, she was just doing the weirdest impression. She was like this, like that, and all she was doing, and she had like 10 million subscribers or something on TikTok. It was mental.
It's crazy. Did you hear? Actually, I saw today that Joe Biden, he's getting closer and closer to trying to approve a bill where either like TikTok's got to be sold off, or they're going to try and ban it in America.
Oh no, I think it's passed.
Yeah,
it's officially banned. So they've got a year to sell the platform.
But who owns it? I thought it was like Koreans that own it.
Yeah, so basically what they've said is that they've said TikTok can run as long as it's not run by the businesses that is Korea.
So they want to sell it to America, basically. That's what they want, is that they sell it to us.
Yeah, so I think so. Like, so they've said you've got a year to basically sell the platform, and we'll keep it, or it essentially would, like, any American server will have to be shut down.
That's mad. It's like, when you think of all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, so why are you focusing your attention on TikTok and like trying to shut that down? Like,
but it's mad as well, because like most of the highest followed people, or most of the highest subscribed to and liked people, are American. So he shot like his own people in the foot.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like me, honestly, everything's funneling through. Even the music industry,
like Bella Porch. There was another dancer, I can't remember what her name was. This other chick that's got like the 41 minute. They're all American. Yeah, like everybody.
You can kill their livelihoods just by doing that. And like I said, like even with music, like I've noticed more and more now, like on Spotify, if a new song drops, they're doing that old school thing. Like when you used to buy CDs or singles on disc, you used to get like the single, the instrumental, a remix or something like that, all on the one disc. They're doing that on Spotify, but now they're doing like those sped up versions and the slowed down versions for the TikTok videos. Yeah. But they're putting them on the platform so they can generate the income
It's crazy,
that.
isn't it?
So it's like
TikTok generally, like I know Vine like was the one that went bang for social media, but then TikTok went bang again, and it's been so influential in a lot of ways that I just thought to myself, yeah, same as you. I thought to myself, isn't there? There's two current wars,
real stuff going down.
One in which America's like supporting, and it's like then you're like, oh yeah, we need to ban it. And the funniest thing is the reason they're banning TikTok is because they think that Koreans are spying.
Yeah.
But it's like, why would you give them another year?
And if that was really going down, it's like TikTok's not going to be the only way they're spying. Like if they're really doing all of that, TikTok's probably at least your worries. That's going to be the most obvious thing that they're going to be spying through if they're doing it. It's all the other things you don't think of are the things to be worried about. Like
it's just silly as well. If I read it right, it's like, you just got all Koreans have to do, like the people that own TikTok, is sell the platform to someone that they know they can still control who isn't Korean, and then
that's it.
Then they're still in, but it's so stupid. But it is weird, isn't it? Because mate, I've had a prime example of it. My TikTok's going quite well at the moment. I'm getting I've got a lot of like people like even on this live right now. There's people that are commenting that like they join my lives quite a lot. We communicate, like we get on, like they support me loads. Like they'll comment that all good quality, like lovely people. Yeah, they'll come on regularly. I didn't start doing lives until recently. My lives were literally, mate, the phone is sat there and it's just a close up of me doing music and singing, and that's it. Like I would go in my house, I'd spend 2 hours making a remix, putting it on my laptop, editing and putting
all the work that goes into it,
and it would get like 300 views and about 26 likes. On my TikTok right now, there's a video that's got 5,000 likes. It is of this boy and girl singing and smooching a song to each other. That's it. And all I did was turn around and go like that, record the phone for about 35 seconds and upload it and put, is this considered kissing or smooching? And it just went off. But like my videos,
it's always the way.
Most of my stuff on there now is literally 15, 20, 30-second videos of me just singing music, and like people just enjoy it. But like,
it's interesting what like breaks through, isn't it? Like sometimes it's not the things that you're solely focused on that's going to break through. It's the other bits, but then that's going to funnel into, that's going to get people to suddenly see your stuff and then be like, oh, there's all this other stuff that I can watch. But
it's with TikTok, like if you look at anyone who's went viral, they do the same thing. It's if you do look at it, like I don't know if it's because the algorithm is like run by AI or if it's just because, I don't know, maybe like people like congestible content is people just love to watch the same thing in a different way. But if you look at anyone who's went viral, anyone who's done very well for themselves, it is literally like they do one thing in a different way every day. Like it's like that
subtle variation.
Yeah, like that girl that's got the 41 million likes. Obviously, she blew up anyway because of that. But she's done about 7, maybe 8, 9 videos of her doing the same thing, singing the same song in the same car. So it's just that repetition. I don't really know how it all works, but that seems to be what really works.
So I find it really interesting just thinking, because we were able to see social media just start. Like that's something that I think, not that we take for granted, but like it's just a really cool thing that only our generation, even like the generation is older than us, they saw it start, but they're not in tune with it like we are. So they're not as knowledgeable about it, but we literally saw it begin and see it get to where it is now. And it's interesting just to chronicle that journey, because like Vine was like, what, 10, 11 years ago. But then 5 years before that, well, actually way longer than that, probably 10 years before that, you had like the MySpace and the Bebo.
Yeah, I remember shooting a shot on MSN with
all of those things, and it's
like you'd send it and then sprint off.
And like
I remember I'd send a message on MSN, and then I would I don't know why I used to do this. This was like, there's the ultimate game, by the way. Like there's this unbeatable game, but I'd send a message like, do you want to go out? And then I'd ask them the next day. I'd ask them the next day, I'd be like, did you respond to my message? And they'd be like, yeah, I did. About what did it say?
And everyone would have their little status things on MSN with like the long ass names with like the hearts and best friend for life, this girlfriend, this date, this, all of that, like on the names. I remember Bebo was really cool because like MySpace, you could create your like own backgrounds. I remember like You could have your customized backgrounds that you put on there. You'd have like a song playing when you click the profile.
I never used it. I remember there used to be that funny thing, like, can you send me some love?
So, yeah. So I think you got like 20 hearts a day to send to people or whatever.
Because you could poke people on Facebook, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And it was like loves on Bebo, and then there was like other things. What was it? Like BBM, when you could you could send them a shake and it would vibrate their phone
and stuff like that. All those.
Moving on from that though, because you said obviously with a Chronicle, we've seen it all happen. What was your favourite time so far
on social media?
Yeah, like what would you say is your favourite phase?
Like app or like just era of social media?
No, like what was your favourite platform? Like what was the one you said that you loved the most? Because like mine would be BBM. I was having a field day on
Back
BBM.
in the day, it would have been Bebo. That was my one that was on all the time. Like
Bebo. I never used Bebo.
Because that one was quite creative. Because you there was a way that you were able, if you were creative enough, to actually design the background yourself. You had like loads of because I think they were all custom made backgrounds that people had made and uploaded to the server.
Yeah.
And then you could just pick. Because I distinctly remember for some reason when The Dark Knight came out in 2008. Loving that movie, and then like afterwards changing my Bebo profile to like a Joker skin, and it was like the Joker and all that, and like I just remember, that was definitely the social media app that I used the most at that time, and like really started to, I don't know, just through my teenage years, that was the one. Because I used MSN a bit, but not a huge amount. I didn't have a BlackBerry, so I never used that. And in MySpace, I had, I think, maybe after Bebo, but no one in the UK was really using that. It was more USA that was using MySpace.
Yeah, I never used MySpace. I never used Bebo. I used Facebook quite a bit back in the day. Like that was that's the one where like it's so funny, isn't it? Facebook, because Facebook is like that dark area you don't ever want to go back to.
Yeah, it's like
it's got like if you look back at all your throwbacks.
Mate, it's like a memory bank of the memories you don't even want to keep.
It's like hell, and it's like people, because obviously you had that thing, didn't you, where people could like tag you, and if they tagged you, it came up in your photo thing.
Yeah.
You can't ever remove it. So I've got like loads of photos, mate, of me like with shaved head, 4 foot of acne.
Embarrassing.
And my auntie's like, "Oh, my nephew's so oh, my beautiful nephew. Oh, my beautiful where? Like,
send me out to die with this photo. I'm gonna get mocked forever.
Every year she'll share it and be like, "Oh, look at you." No.
Now there is a way now, because I remember I went through it years and years ago, that you can set like every photo to only see me. Like only you.
See it. I mean,
so I did
not
that.
Even I want to see it.
So like, now on my Facebook, I think it probably goes back to like 2015, where like anything someone can see on my profile. I remember I've approved it now. It's like I
remember it got to the point where like I reported her on the phone. I reported it to hope that like one day that it would come up so many reports that she had to like her account got cancelled.
Just drop it all off.
But I remember one of the ones I used to really like was it was in my head earlier. It's like, what was it? It was one that was like pretty much only ever really used in like America, but it was like a really unique. It was like Pinterest mixed with Instagram. It was like everyone would do these really unique like things. I think it's still around now. What was it called? It was like a blue themed one, and it was quite unique. I keep going back thinking it's called Tumblr. Did you yeah, and it was like loads of like little unique things. It typically was like Europe and America, I think, that was using it.
It's like aesthetics, wasn't it? Like you click on it, you'd see like, I don't know,
people would like
leaves,
and like people would like curate these whole pages, and it would be like rarely any photos of themselves. It would just be loads of like really unique
random stuff.
And I used to like scroll through that, and I just used to see the most random stuff. But
sometimes get inspiration off those apps, because I've used Pinterest before for like inspiration, like even with tattoos. Like I'll put in something like, something tattoo or something art, if there's a specific thing I want as a tattoo.
Yeah.
And I'll just look at it, and like I'll still design the tattoo myself, but you just get inspiration from seeing the different images and how certain things are done.
You do it like I know a lot of like females, they do it with they use Pinterest for like home design, don't they?
Yeah.
So it'd be like, because to be honest, there's a lot of creative people out there. I'm not a creative person, I don't think, I'd like to say. Creative in terms of like music and stuff, yeah, but when it comes to like visualizing things, I'm very basic. I'm like white, black.
Yeah.
Like,
but sometimes that simplicity is like creative in itself, because it's the minimalism of it. It's like not too flashy, not too colourful, not too all of this, but there's still an element of that that's still there, of the creativeness of like, even if you were to have like a two-tone room that's like just blacks and whites, it's like that's still an aesthetic in itself.
I got this thing which I'm trying to work on, and I used to like, the place it used to translate the most was did you ever play Minecraft?
Not really, no.
Minecraft, I used to play a lot of it with like one of my old friends, and it is like, I have this thing where like everything has to be even. So all of the houses used to build, it would be like 5 blocks, and then the one would be the door, so it would be like 2 either side of the door.
Then
it'd be like
symmetry.
4 blocks high.
Yeah, I'm like that. Like, it needs to have that balance.
I used to have it in real life as well. Like in my old rooms, it would be like if I had a wardrobe there, I'd have to have a wardrobe there, or the wardrobe would have to be direct. My TV always has to be like, you've seen it in the bedroom, it has to be directly in front of the bed. I can't have it to the side. But I've been trying to get better with it, because obviously it's not
always practical. But like, I know that I get that type of thing, because I'm the same. Like, it's just the symmetry. It looks better that way. Like when things are more symmetrical and more aligned, and it's more satisfying. Yeah.
But yeah, if you ever used to see anyone my old Minecraft builds back in the day, everything, mate. If it was, it would be 5 7s. Unless I had like a 2-door. If I had a 2-door, it'd be 6. It'd be like 2 and 2 doors. There'd be like nothing would be out of place. And my old bedroom, like all of my old bedrooms used to be the same. TV always right in front of the sofa. Like wardrobe, it would be wardrobe, like even in the bedroom you see it now, wardrobe either side, two drawers, TV on top. Like, it had to be like that.
That kind of, it's almost like Tetris. I always think of those games like, it's almost like those games kind of subconsciously add to that type of perspective you have. Like the way you play Tetris, and it's always everything's connecting. Like everyone's all you know, rotate things around and make it all connect. I always feel like that element of it kind of applies to how you design certain things. But I feel like
I saw a version of Tetris the other day. Actually, it's like a new one that someone's made. It looks quite cool, but it's like Tetris, but once the block hits, it turns into sand. And you got to get the sand in a line rather than the actual block.
So it's all about kind of distributing the sand in a way.
Yeah.
Kind of...
So like what you do is like the person I was watching play, like make a massive tower of like red, blue, yellow, and they'd all trickle down, and he put something he needs in there. It's quite cool actually. I hated it. I hated Tetris.
To be fair, Tetris was not even the one I loved. There was a game on PSP that came out called like Lumines. That's the one I love.
PSP, man.
Because like Lumines was literally as simple as you just got to match the colors. As you come down and they just disappear. But
remember PSP, like I generally believe to this day there's not a better console that's come out. Like PSP, you could get like mini movies, couldn't you? Mini movies, mini music, mini games. And there was nothing since. They had that Vista, didn't they?
That like machine. I think I posted about it a few months ago. There was like the anniversary. What year is it now? So it's the 19-year anniversary, I think. That device
might be the PSP.
Yeah, that device is probably the most ahead of its time piece of like technology from the 2000s. Like
it's actually mad to think that they haven't done anything since. Like you'd think the general progression of that would be a much more powerful device that could do
like a Steam Deck or something. Yeah, or something like that.
Blu-ray disc or whatever. But it wasn't, was it? Like they brought out the Vista, which I felt was a step back. It was like the PSP.
Oh, the Vita. Yeah,
tried it.
That was the Go.
Then they brought that stupid phone.
No, wait, so they did that one you're talking about is the Go, the PSP Go, which is where you slide up.
And it had the little analogs.
And then they did the Vita, which was 2012, which was a good machine, because I bought that day one, but it just ended up being a waste. It was a good machine, they just didn't support it. And it's the same that they're doing with the VR now. Like, they released the new VR headset last year.
The PSVR.
Yeah, number 2. Great reviews, meant to be a really good piece of tech. Just not supporting it. They're just not releasing anything for it, like leaving it out dry. And it's kind of annoying, because... But apparently there's a rumor that Microsoft and Sony are now looking into that handheld market. I think the Steam Deck has made them both be like, oh, we need a chunk of this market now. Because the Steam Deck's kind of...
Do you feel like it's done well, though? Because, mate, whenever I look at... Because I've been actually looking at potentially buying a portable console, because obviously you can use them as mini PCs as well.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of buying one because I could sit here and play some of my, like... I used to love playing stuff like Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars.
Yeah.
You play all of those on those, and they'll run well,
perfectly fine.
But then I could plug it in and use it as like my streaming device as well.
What I've heard,
I look at the reviews and they're all like, they're none of them are really reaching above 50 frames and stuff like that, like on any game.
So the downside I heard from the Steam Deck, just from like different like creators and video game people that like on YouTube and stuff that I like watch and that I trust their opinion, is like the battery life. It's like when you're playing at like those higher resolutions or the higher frame rate, like you probably got like 2-3 hours, and I'm like
at the max, yeah.
And it's like maybe depending on what you're doing, maybe you wouldn't be playing it for more than that anyway. But at the same time, it almost seems impractical. Like what, 2 hours? Like if I'm gonna take it to London,
you could just about play it.
Yeah, 2 hours and it's out.
Even that, it's like the performance gets throttled on that.
Yeah.
And then like you have to play it in like eco mode, so that the brightness has to be lower and stuff like that. Like it's mental. Because that's where the Switch. But there's a new Switch come out this year, isn't there?
Yeah, apparently it was rumored to be this year, but apparently they might push it to early next year. But
what are you pushing? What have you been doing?
Yeah, it's been
What's
so long.
Nintendo been doing that they need to push? It's been like 7-8
years since the original Switch. But my worry,
and they released that Switch already behind its time.
That's what the thing, and my worry is they're going to do it again. Like they're not, and I don't need good graphics on like a Nintendo machine, but like give me solid, like, give me 4K, like 4K.
I remember when they released the Switch and they released it, like, it came out Breath of the Wild, wasn't it? That was the launch game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you couldn't even play it on the TV without frame stuff.
Oh, yeah.
How can you brag a console that goes onto a TV? And
it's 720 and it's still stuttering. And I think all their games, that's the thing, that console it's been very successful for them, but it's overstayed its welcome because it was dated on day one.
I saw a video the other day. Someone was on the S24 Ultra, that Samsung phone, yeah?
Yeah.
They I don't know how they did it. Like, obviously, you know what people could do. They modded a Samsung to be able to run a Switch emulator, and it ran it better than the Switch. On an S24 Ultra. And the S24 Ultra was alongside, like, the QHD screen, and obviously it couldn't upscale or anything, but it was doing like that alongside, like, all the cool functionality and everything, and the battery life lasted longer on the S24 Ultra than the Switch. It's mental.
It's very dated, and like something interesting that Sony did actually, and I want to try one before I buy it, but there's no way to really try it. Is they released that PlayStation Portal?
That Portal thing, yeah. And like the Portal's only usable with a PlayStation.
Yeah. So you need the PS5 and the Wi-Fi. But that's the thing that I wanted to try out with, because a lot of people, I've seen mixed responses. Some people saying, yeah, it's got too much latency. Some people have said, like, oh, yeah, because it's not been marketed to take outside, like outside your address. So it's mainly aimed at, I don't know, parents who've got kids and
they want to use a TV.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But there are people that, like, I follow and stuff like that. And they've said, I've taken this on a trip and connected to the Wi-Fi that's not my own. And it has connected back to the console, and it's running really well.
Yeah, which that would be fine. But again, it's like most people, I don't know. Like I wish a company, I don't know what company, sooner or later, but I wish they made one that was tailored towards competitive gaming.
So I don't think you could ever.
All of these are tailored towards casual. Oh, you might want to do this. But like the reason I was going to buy one, I literally pre-ordered one as soon as it released. I didn't read up on it. I just pre-ordered it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like it looks so. Because
it is literally the controller split in half on the screen.
With a screen, and the screen looks sick. And I was going to buy it, and then it was like, and then I thought to myself, like, realistically, my PS5's there, and my sofa's here.
What else you doing?
Like I've got the TV and a monitor and a laptop screen. Like realistically, when is there going to be a time where I'm like, you know what? I'd rather lay here than sit.
That's the thing. For me, it was only like
a lesser resolution, lesser frames,
latency and all that. Like my only thought was traveling. Like, say if I'm going to London or something, it'd be cool. Like on a coach trip or the train, like to be able to just play a game or something like that.
You need solid.
It's that, and it's also just the cost. It's like £200, and it's like.
It's mad as well to think you release that, and all they would have had to do was make that slightly thicker and put its own chip in it.
Yeah,
and it would be a handheld console, and it probably would be very popular. But they just played about and they just ruined it for no reason.
If they do make a new handheld, I hope they keep that type of design. Just put the controller on the end, because I think that's worse.
I saw this video the other day on YouTube. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube. A guy made like a portable PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
He put a screen on the back of it, and it's like this unit which has a stand. It's the whole
things where you can put it in like a briefcase type thing. Because I see like
it was like he made it out of like copper. It looked sick, and he basically put a whole PS5 on essentially the back of a screen and had a kickstand, and you just plug it in. And you just play. It looks so sick.
Yeah, because I imagine, because that would be the ideal thing. It's like when you're just playing direct off the console, and it's like, right, there's no latency here. It's just a screen attached.
I just can't imagine it's that hard to make a portable console.
I just think it's the market. The problem they have, and I think that's why Sony backed out of it after the Vitas. They didn't support it properly anyway. I don't know if they've got like
so the
enough
Vita
studios. Yeah.
So what was the Vita?
That was the second PSP, basically. That was the official second one. So that came out in 2012.
And what did that look like? Was it? Was that the?
It looked very similar. It had the touchpad on the back.
I know there was a PSP, and then there was a second version of the PSP, wasn't there?
That was like a slimmer one. Then there was the Go, which is the one you're talking about, which like flips up like a phone. And then they did do a phone that had a PlayStation thing. They had a PlayStation phone.
It was called the Sony Go. Or
like
Sony
that.
Play or something.
And then the Vita came out in 2012. But then the thing is, they announced that console, and it was like, okay, we're doing like touchscreen, because I'm touchscreen, which at the time was quite revolutionary, because that was at the time that phone started going touchscreen. So it was like, right, you got touchscreen.
I remember now, yeah.
And the touchpad on the back.
And they just released all those stupid gimmicky games.
Yeah, the gyro stuff, yeah. So like on the Uncharted game, I remember like you'd pick up a map and you'd have to like rub the screen to like
the DS, right?
Yeah, all that
DS,
stuff.
but like in the back.
Yeah.
I think that's one place, although Nintendo are dated and quite lazy, they've pretty much dominated the.
That's why I think everyone's scared to really get into it, because like
I reckon everyone's just holding out to see what they release.
Yeah, because they're gonna need to, just to see what they do with that new Switch. And
on the topic of gaming, what's your view on women gamers?
I don't really have one. I find it cool. I find it cool that, because the funny thing I find actually is back in the day when we were younger, and because we like have always played games since we were younger, so like now it's kind of cool to play games. Everyone's playing games, but back then, like people would try and mock you, try and call you a nerd for playing games. So we're like the OG nerds in that sense.
Like now everyone's
but back then they used to say, "Oh, you play video games, you won't get no bitches." Well, now all the bitches are playing video games. It's like,
the only thing that I've like, do you know what, mate? It's an ick. It's a big ick for me. It's when it's that ooh woo stuff. You know, have you seen it?
I feel like I know what you're referring to.
You go on and it's like you get a male streamer, and sometimes the male streamer.
If it's streamers, it's different. I'll have a different opinion.
Sometimes he can be a bit of a gimp, but like he sits there in normal clothes, just a little bit gimpy, and he'll do weird shit. But like he's probably really good at games. You have like three different types, don't you? You have like the good-looking one, who's like on there for looks, can't play a game to save his mum. but like he's just good looking, he's eye candy, and women like to watch him. And then you get the one who's like wholesome, like you just watch him and you're like, he's probably averagely good at most games, sometimes really good, but he's just like good to watch. Like you're like, you know what, like
you enjoy the person,
and then you get that one that's like absolutely shit hot on a game, and he's like slapping everyone everywhere, slide cancelling, triple backflip, throwing knife across Rebirth Island.
Looks like a crackhead. Like when you see him play Call of Duty and the screen just
186 FOV. But then like I don't know, I just might not have I've seen them, but every single female streamer I see, you go on, it's like scroll down. One's wearing flipping cat ears. The next one's got like a teddy bear turtle sat on her lap. Then you go down again. One's got like a flipping tail, and I'm like
streamers is different in the real world when it comes to girls gaming. Like a lot of women I know like game, and like sometimes it's caught me off. Like I'm more used to it now. But I remember there was a girl I dated like a few years back, and she said she was a gamer or whatever. I was like, oh, that's cool, you know, whatever, similar interests. Didn't really think much of it, and then like. There was a time where I was around her house, and she had a PS5 by that point. And her main game was Overwatch. And like, oh, you love Overwatch, cool. And then I looked at her thing. She had over 1,000 hours in Overwatch. Jesus. I'm like, Jesus, like you're more of a gamer than me. Well, not more of a gamer, but you playing this game. Like I don't have 1,000 hours in any game.
You reckon you could get with someone who outgames you?
Yeah, probably.
Nah, but seriously outgames you. Like I'm talking Mario Kart slapped. Like
actually beating me on the game. I'm just playing him more.
Like she's belittling you. Like you're in there and she's crushing you, bro. I'm talking Tekken. She's like perfect to you every single time.
I'm like, where'd you learn that? Yeah. Who told you this? Like, I don't know. Where you play a girl at FIFA or something, she starts slapping you. Like, okay, I'm done.
I'm all for equality. Yeah, like I like it. You know, see me. I'm like, if I go to the gym with a chick. And she's like better at running with me, I like that. Or if she's better at hip thrusting, or she's better at squatting, like cool. Like women, typically speaking, they have much better bottom halves. They're normally bigger. they obviously, like, to us, will look hell of a lot better. But in my opinion, they're bigger, so they should be stronger. That's it. That, like, and I don't care. I don't care if a girl's out squatting me. I don't care if a girl's out hip thrusting me. I don't care if a girl's out. But I don't know if I could sit there, bro. I don't know if I could sit there and the girl's throwing knifing me. And she's coming over and she's assassinating and teabagging my body.
I'm trying to think now.
Because you imagine you sat there and she's playing, yeah, and imagine she does you, yeah, she absolutely finishes you, and then she goes, better luck next time. She's violation. I'm sat in my house, yeah, and she violates me. I'm dashing her controller at her TV and walking out. That's done. I'm out, bro. There's places where I don't think my ego could handle.
No, I feel like I'd enjoy it. I'd enjoy the challenge of it.
Nah, man.
The one thing
I slapped you at Tekken, like non-stop.
Nah, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. That never happened.
Remember I slapped you non-stop at Tekken round for round.
Yeah, the one thing I'd be impressed by, because I don't really watch streamers, so because I know streamers as well. There's a weird culture of like OnlyFans girls going on Twitch and like just you pretending to be into gaming just to draw in that audience to subscribe to their OnlyFans. That stuff I don't like. I haven't
seen that, but I saw that. What's his name? That really nerdy, weird streamer. He knows like
there's like 50 of them.
Kai Cenat and that. He's like
well, the one with glasses.
Angry and always argues.
Neon or something?
Yeah, Neon.
Almost a shame that I even knows me.
He keeps getting like porn stars on his streams.
But that's because they got money. That's all that is. Like they're like people like him are like prime incel. Like
do you think they get any?
They pay for it.
No. Do you think they get any though? Do you think those people generally accept that money and actually following through afterwards?
Because some of those people will. That's all it is. It's like same thing rappers do and stuff. Like they'll have anyone, but they're paying for it. Like they'll act like they're giving them a gift or something. They'll take them shopping or something. But that's what they're giving them. They're not taking them shopping because they like them and they want to take them shopping. They're like no.
See, I reckon, like, I remember he got Sky Brie on his stream, and I mean, I just couldn't see it. I could see her getting paid to be on the stream and mess around and have fun.
I mean, some of them probably will just go on the stream for that
afterwards.
But then some of them will, because there's always that type of woman that will.
Imagine being at that level though, and being at that confidence where you're on camera all the time and still having to pay for that kind of stuff.
That's why they're incels. They don't, because that's why they hate women as well. Some of them lot is they don't know how to actually engage. You can always tell from how they talk about women and how they engage, and their whole audience is like built up on this hatred to women. It's because they don't actually know how women are. Like you just listen to them talk, and they like snitch on themselves. Because
that's why I love Chris and that.
They'll talk a certain way, and you're like, you've never even like seen a woman naked before, and
you know it,
like because you can just tell from what they're saying or like the expectations they have. It's like
your experience of females stopped at holding hands.
Yeah, or on this X-rated website. That's your experience of women, but you don't actually see them in real life.
That's why I like Kai Cenat, because you like Kai Cenat, you can tell straight away that he knows what he's doing everywhere. Like he's experienced, he's done stuff. And he's just doing it like to be a lad and just have fun. Do you know what I mean?
He's the only one like every now and again. If I see a clip pop up online, I might watch it depending on what it is. The rest of them I don't pay attention to at all. But what you were saying about the skill thing on the games, what I would like to see in person from someone I know personally, which I've never seen yet, is a woman that's really skilled at a From Software game. Like if I could see a woman playing Dark Souls or Bloodborne, like you see them on the streams, but if I knew someone personally, that was really good at that would be impressive to me. Like I'd enjoy that, to be able to like talk to someone and be like talk about those type of games and like know that when the next one comes out, they're on it grinding as well.
Yeah,
like,
but then what happens if they're better than you at the From Software game?
Hey, the fair game. If anyone's real good at those type of games, you've earned it. Like those games, you've got to.
I couldn't get with a girl who's better at gaming. I couldn't do it. I'll get with a girl who's better at gymming me. I'll get with a girl who's better at cooking. I'll get with a girl who's better at driving. Anything, but I could not be outgamed by a female. I can't do it, bro.
Why though?
Because you know what it is. And you might agree with this. You rarely ever meet a super feminine gamer girl. Once they game, bro, there's a bloke in them. No, I know. Once the controllers, and they're like this, brother. You see them, yeah. You see them. I remember. I used to chat to this chick, yeah. I say chick. Everyone thinks it's bad to say chick. I'm sorry. I'll say lady. I'll say girl, whatever. And I remember I took her out for food, yeah. And she sat in the food, and she's like this. And I was like, oh, she's a lady. She's pretty. I like this, yeah. And I was like, do you want to come like back for a bit or whatever? So she come back. I was like, yeah, come back. And then we went back, and then and I was like, she's like, oh, you got the PS4 Pro, like it had just come out at the time, I think it was. And
you're like, yeah, I do.
I was like, yeah, I got that. And she's like, oh, what do you play? And I was like, oh, just quite a few things. And then she was like, oh, do you have like any of the Tekken games? Obviously, I'm not really that good at Tekken, innit?
This is what.
So I was like, nah, don't think I have that. And then she was like, oh, what have you got there? I was like, oh, no, I've got Tekken. Obviously, I had it because, like, literally Wilson was the room across, and he had, like, every Tekken ever made, and then there was you and stuff. So I was like, yeah, we'll play some Tekken. And bro, listen, sat down on the bench like this. Do you have Tekken? And I was like, yeah, I've got Tekken. And then all of a sudden, bro, I give her the controller, and she's like, yes. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, I don't know if I can do it. That's not the one, bro. And then literally, I remember it, bro. I remember she slapped me, bro, on this game, and I was just like, I don't even like you. I want half the bill back.
If that was me, I'd be like, you know what? You got some fire in you. I like that.
It just stands, bro. If she would have sat, I don't know.
If you just sat normally.
Just sat, bro, yeah. She went into like, I felt like I needed to hand her some like Mountain Dew or something. That's how deep it was.
One of those.
Yeah, she absolutely annihilated me on that game.
No, I'd love, FromSoft games, any of those type of games. If someone like a woman that can grind on those.
Coming out soon, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I still haven't completed Elden Ring, bro.
Segregate a portion of my life away to dedicate to that game. How far did you get in those?
No, bro. I don't physically have it in me, the maturity and the calmness for games. To go. Like, I got to Radahn, bro, and honestly, 3 controllers later, I gave up. And when I say controller, I smashed my controller on the table. It's actually over there still. The desk is broke, bro. The desk is broke. And to this day, I've got an Elite Series 2 controller. To this day.
And you don't want to touch the game.
No, I still can't even find the analog, bro. It flew off somewhere. I've never had it back. I don't have it, bro. It's just, do you know what it is? Those games, I really do enjoy them. They're fun, but it's the unfairity of it. But they're not unfair in the fact of it's like the realistic unfairness. It's unfair because they randomly put stupid bugs in the game. You know what I mean? Like you'll get a hitbox, which is an unbelievably high.
The Elden Ring was a bit more unbalanced in that way because I love Elden Ring for the experience. Still, I have to say, it's still one of my favorite games I've ever played, just because of that experience. Like I remember, I wasn't even working at the time it dropped, so I played it for like a solid month, like non-stop.
Jesus.
I was having like 6-hour sessions just on it.
I've seen people speedrun it in like 46 minutes.
Yeah, but like. I enjoy the world of that game and the exploration and that experience more than the core game, in the sense that some of those bosses are broken in that game. Like the way they fight, like it's like, no, this is not even fair. Like, and
that's what I mean.
And it came out like that. Some of the bosses, I think, like Melania, which is like.
Yeah, she was actually unbelievable. She's like the hardest boss in any game ever, isn't she?
But like, to be fair, I actually didn't think she wasn't the one I had the toughest time with, but that boss was clear to me that the way she was designed doesn't fit the gameplay of that game. And then it came out later that apparently the skeleton of that boss.
She was made for
Sekiro. Yeah, and it's like, that makes more sense because her attacks are so fast and crazy. In Sekiro, you can deflect all of those. But in Elden Ring, you can't.
I think Sekiro was the only one I completed. That was the one where there was that.
I still haven't finished that one yet.
That stupid ass monkey. Where
and he's got the caterpillar thing that comes out of you.
Yeah, the second round is like and there was this one move basically which apparently was like literally undodgeable. Like the only way you could ever do it was if you were near him, you'd have to take damage. So you have to be strong enough just to endure.
Hope you've got enough health to take it in. Like my favorite of all of those is Bloodborne, and that's like my favorite game ever.
Yeah, they've got this new one that's come out. It's obviously, you know, like sometimes you get the modders, they're more talented than the actual creators. It's called Arch Thrones, and it's basically like an acclamation. It's made in the Dark Souls 3 engine, and it's an acclamation of all the games. So like all Dark Souls, there's Bloodborne bosses in there. There's Elden Ring stuff. It's all in one. It's like a massive game. Stuff. It looks sick.
Those are like some of my favorite games. I got a bit burnt out after Elden Ring on those type of games. Only just because it's not just From Software making them now. Anytime From Software drops a game like that, I'm buying it day one and playing it. But like everyone else is making their own versions now. So I started playing some of those ones as well, and there's some really good ones. But then, like, that type of game design requires such a level of focus. Like, you can't leisurely play those games, you get punished.
No.
And, like, also, it's just such a repetitive game design that if you play loads of those back to back, you kind of get a bit tired of it. So I kind of took a break from it.
I remember mate, I hate myself for it. I've got no chill, bro. And do you know what it is? Do you know when you get angry, angry to the point where you do the most unnecessary things? Bro, I remember...
you just lose your head. Like,
unnecessary things. I remember one time, it was literally recently, it was like, I might start streaming myself play these games, bro, because it will probably be comedy gold. I was playing Lies of P, that new one that's come out.
No spoilers.
And there's this stupid boss on it, basically, and you'll see it, and bro, it shouldn't even be a boss. It's just some waste man at the top of a hill. No reason being a boss. You can actually like run away from it and progress. You know, like where there's a boss, you're not
like skill checking you, but like
you're not meant to be able to move past.
Yeah.
This boss, you can run through him and progress the game.
Yeah,
that's how useless and
pointless,
irrelevant this boss is. Bro, I remember I got so mad, and my window open because obviously it gets hot when I got the laptop on. I got so wound up. I went out the window and screamed at the train. I was like, stop making so much noise on the train. There's a train track just there. And when it went to I was like, oh my God. I was like, it was like that much health left. And the boss did some unnecessarily stupid thing.
That wasn't me. That was the train.
Oh, man. Honestly, I put my control. I went, right, that's it. I got up. I was like, shut up, man. Stop driving past every 10 minutes. Like the trains are meant to stop because I'm playing a game. Like the trains are meant to adjust their routine because I'm trying to play this game. But I've done so many things. I remember I bit my chair, bro. I turned around and bit my chair.
You have to stream yourself playing these games.
I turned around and I was just like...
These clips will go viral.
I remember it was like there was a little stupid little label and I just turned back and was like, the label's the reason I did this. It was like tickling my ear or something. I went around and bit it.
So I can't think of like... There would have been the moments, but like, for me, it just... it just shows up in the game itself. Like, I'll die or whatever, get frustrated, and then, like, obviously with those games, you got to pick up your souls and stuff. I'll die the stupidest death straight after, like, straight away. Because you know when you get, like, heated and you're like, right, I'm going to go right my wrongs and I'm going to go beat this boss.
Yeah.
And then the first basic enemy you come to, you just die and you're like...
Lies of P is not a spoiler, but one thing you'll realize about that game when you play it is there's the most deaths that you'll actually encounter are not the bosses and stuff. The bosses are actually quite easy, but they do a lot of platform on it. And because the games are notorious for the worst movement ever made,
it's kind of stiff.
They do these real... And there's this one bit, bro, where there's these bosses that throw shit, and you're trying to platform. And the bosses are almost impossible to get to without taking damage. And if you take damage, you roll and die off something. Oh, mate, it was for sure.
I do need to get back to that.
It was a good like...
Because that game, from what it looked like, I did start it. There's so many games came out around that time, and I think I went on holiday around that time as well. So by the time I got back, there was a bunch of other games that came out, and I just lost my way with it. But that game visually and just the way it looked, it just looks so inspired by Bloodborne, but with the Pinocchio aesthetic that, like, I know I'm gonna love that game when I do finally get to it, just because it's gonna remind me of Bloodborne.
No, it is good. It's definitely second to my favorite, but
Did you see that game that's out this week, Stellar Blade? That's like another game similar to
the one with the cake?
Yeah, that type of cake, human cake.
What is going on with that? I'm watching that. I saw it as like a massive thing. It was like the game's like basically made so inappropriately that like you can basically barely stream it. Like your stream gets shut down by the AI immediately
because it's just like
But on the topic, just before we finish up, I think we're like pretty much at the end of this episode. But just to end it with, what was your favorite insult you've ever thrown at someone? Obviously keep it PG, but like you know that you've won. Like you know you've walked away from it. I
can't even think now because I have to reach back to like when I was younger.
Oh mate. But see, my obviously a lot of mine came from like Warzone in the lockdown.
Yeah.
And I remember there's one time I can't remember what happened, bro. I don't even think. I think he won. Like I think he won fair and square.
Yeah.
I think he was just better, and then he won. And then I dropped back again, got him low, downed him. He managed to res and kill me again. Then he killed me the first time, and I just shouted. I was like, your mum's Avon.
It's when they just come out of anywhere, and it's like, what made you even think of that?
It's not even an insult for someone to sell Avon. They probably make quite good money. Like, mate, do you know? I don't even know what Avon is. I just know
hair products, no?
No, it's maybe I don't know. It was just like I think it was like a door-to-door thing, but I just remember I was like, "Your mom says Avon." I
can say one that came to me. Like I remember the MW2 lobbies, the original MW2 were like, that was a warfare in itself. Like the amount of N-words that were being thrown around. I remember one time I was playing Call of Duty and this guy in the lobby called me a moon cricket. And I was like, what? I was like, what the hell's a moon cricket? And I can't even remember, but Google, if you're listening to this, Google moon cricket.
Is it bad?
It's like a race, yeah. And it's like, this person taught me a racist term. And it was so funny because it was one of those things where it's like that is such deep racist language.
Is it really bad?
Yeah, like I think it's like relating back to the slave times or something to do with like the crickets, like at night and stuff like that. And I'm like, to know like how much of a racist you gotta be to know that term, like that's like advanced racism. Like, if you're studying racism, that's advanced. I'm like, you taught me a phrase.
I learned a term the other day. A few weeks back, and I love it now. Snow bunny.
Oh yeah. I know
that term, bro. Like, I don't know why I love it. I just think it's such a great term.
Yeah, I don't even think that one's too offensive.
No, it's not. I don't even think it is offensive at all. But it just makes sense.
Yeah,
it just makes sense. But yeah, probably wrap up this one.
That was fun. That was a long time. What comments do we have, dude?
It's just people saying it back. Obviously, I wasn't really able to interact with them right now. Most of them are still on it, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, we finished the live. What did you guys that are watching? What did you think of watching the podcast live? Do you think it was boring? Do you think it was all right? What do you think?
We kind of came into that one with no actual topic as well, so we kind of just...
It was just a big win, wasn't it?
But hopefully, with more lives and more people watching, you'll be able to ask your questions. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm looking at that as if that's what they're seeing. You'll be able to comment and let us know things during the live, and we can just react to what you're saying. And
can you even hear
pieces? Imagine that.
Oh, no.
Imagine.
We've had a few people, but I mean, let us know in the live, let us know in the comments, or if you watch it back, just let us know if you want us to go live and keep doing stuff like this, or whether you just rather wait until it comes out. We haven't had much interaction. We've had people say hello and stuff, which I'm sorry to everyone that I couldn't say hi back, but we were like midway through the conversation. But we would have interacted if you were talking about the podcast.
Yeah. And that's what we hope to get if we continue to do the lives, is just to get more interaction through the live, which can then inform what we discuss on the podcast and can answer some questions or just different discussion pieces that we discuss. Yeah. And you give us your thoughts, and then we can like bounce and a back and forth. So it's almost like a three-way discussion.
We want it to be we want it to be as interactive as possible. Appreciate the likes, Ginge. I can speak to you now because I'm not in the podcast. She might comment now. TBC. Oh, she's gone. I don't know. Oh no, she's there. Ginge, what do you think about this format of just streaming the podcast whilst we're recording them before they get released live? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's decent? Did it look and sound all right? No, I won't ignore anyone. Basically, what we're trying to do is when we're on the podcast, instead of just speaking to people midway through the conversation, we're trying to keep the conversation flowing, but we want people to interact and speak about the conversation. We want everyone to speak about the conversation rather than just interacting with people, if that makes sense. Ted's hurting her neck because she had to turn it sideways.
Oh, that's what you meant. I was reading that. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, because obviously when you're watching on the phone, if you're out like that, I think you'd have to go like that or just turn your face. But yeah, we're going to jump off now. Thank you to everyone that's watched. I hope you enjoyed it. The episode will be live Friday? Yeah, the episode will be live Friday. Jin said hello. This is Taran, by the way.
I'm looking at the wrong camera again. Hi.
And then, the episode will be live Friday, and I'll be back live, probably doing a set tomorrow. So, peace out, everyone. See you in a bit. Oh, wait, I pressed it.